Thanks, Proteas.
Hi, Boucher. I guess looking just at this summer, but then also a little bit forward, what things do you think you still need to do ahead of the T20 World Cup in order to feel ready and prepared?
I think get our squad back together, get all of our players fit and available to play. I think, we always earmarked this West Indian trip coming up now as that is when our full squad needs to be together. We need to start learning how to play with each other and learning different aspects of each other's games. It would have been nice to have it now for this tour as well, but that wasn't possible. But yeah, certainly going forward now, we need to start looking at the World Cup, and we need to get all our players available, fit and ready, and start working towards some sort of or start building on a formula that we want to play as well. Everyone knows about it within the team, but it's just a matter of getting all the guys together now and start getting used to each other, and hopefully used to winning a couple of games as well.
Dennis?
Hi, Mark. This has now been the 8th series loss since you've taken over, and you guys only won 2 in Q1. Do you still think that you're on the right path, and what would you say is the main positives that's come out thus far if you look back on is it almost 2 years now in charge?
Yeah, I think we're on the right path. We've lost a couple of series. There's been reasons for that. I'm not going to make any excuses. We're still going to try and win with whatever side we put out in the park for representing the Proteas. It has been quite tougher. But yeah, I think there's a lot of positives. I mean, if we look at the side at the moment, the opportunities that have been given, a couple of guys have really come through with flying colours as well. So it's given us a better view of what our depth pool is like. I can sort of look in the back of my mind now and say that yes, I've got a fair idea of a sort of enlarged squad that we can look at, and every player that will be in that squad, I'm pretty sure will be able to match international standards, and I think that's the positive we can take out of giving a lot of opportunities. Probably too many opportunities over this last sort of period with COVID, with injuries, with the tours that was meant to go on, where it didn't go on, and obviously now with the IPL. So yeah, that's one of the sort of only positives that we can look at. I'm a guy who wants to win, and we haven't won the series, which is frustrating for not only me, but I think for our coaching staff, our management, and the players themselves. So, and no doubt the public. So we understand that. But a performance like tonight shows a lot about the character of the guys. We probably weren't up for it from a skill perspective, but the fight the guys showed right towards the end is something that I'm very proud of the guys are doing.
Proteas will go with Telford first, and then you can go after him.
How's it, Bouch? Bad luck. You've said before that the loss of the 5 players to the IPL, you guys knew about that. You had some time to get used to that. But I'm wondering if the injuries to Temba and Rassie just didn't, knock the wind out of you. You didn't need that on top of the 5 going as well. I mean, how much of a kind of mental blow was that to lose Temba and Rassie?
Yeah, a big one, Telford. On top of the other players going to IPL. Unfortunately, that happens in sport. Injuries do happen. How the IPL happened, which is uncontrollable. We can't control that. Now I'm the type of guy that you get dealt cards, and you got to try and win those cards as you get dealt with those. And unfortunately, I think the guys that came in, there were quite a few players who can hold their heads high. Although we lost as a team, I think there were some fantastic individual performances that we can be very proud of. But yeah, we can see that the next sort of group of players are a little bit rough around the edges. They perform well in certain pockets of the game. At international cricket, you can't perform in pockets. You've got to have more of an all-round, polished-up game in order to win games. We saw that tonight as well. We just made, we didn't bat well. We didn't score enough runs. We didn't start off too well in the bowling. Then we got ourselves back into the game by some brilliant bowling and fielding. We just made 1 or 2 little mistakes at the end there, which cost us the game as well. So good in patches, but just not the polished performance. And I think that's where this group of players can can go back and try to polish their games off in order to become better as well.
Firdous and then Mahlatsi.
Bouch, do you or anyone else, whether it's coaching staff, player personnel, whatever, is there a sense of pressure or frustration building up in that, you obviously know the results are not going your way, and I suppose maybe there's public opinion that's wondering why more wins aren't coming?
But if I had to worry about public opinion and all that type of stuff, I probably would have hung myself a long time ago. So no, I think we've stuck to our guns with what we believe is the right way to go about in the setup. We've spoken to the players. The players are the ones who originally actually came up with the way that they wanted to play, which is very nice position for us to be in, and we just can try to guide them in that direction. I said from the start, there's a lot of hard work to be done, and we're still working very hard in all aspects of our game as well. So no, I mean, the pressure is going to be there no matter what. When you get to this level at international sport, you must expect the pressure. If you can't handle it, then you need to get out the kitchen. So we understand that the public want to win. We are sticking to our guns. We're looking forward to getting our full strength team back again, so we can start building towards hopefully trying to build up a strong squad that can go over to the World Cup and make our country proud.
Last two questions go to Mahlatsi and Nikki.
Good afternoon, Coach. I just want to check here, how much responsibility do you take personally as a coach for what has happened with all these losses that have come through?
How much of responsibility do I take?
How much responsibility do you take as a coach?
Yeah, I'll take a massive amount of responsibility, and I should. I don't shy away from it. I never have shied away from something like that. I'm hurt. I'm extremely hurt at the moment, as is the rest of my management and coaching staff. We put a lot of hard work and effort into this. Although there's no panic for me yet, because I do understand that we have been given some trying circumstances over the last period of time, and we'll continue to put in hard work. I'll go back home now. I'll sit around for a while, maybe join my family for a while, and after a week or so break, I'll get back into it again and be training with the guys and trying to get them better. I don't see that this little break that we have is any sort of off season. I think it's another opportunity for us to really get stuck in and try and upskill ourselves to get to where we want to be to compete at the top sort of forces of world cricket.